We got the head coach of the.
Well, guys, against my better judgment, we're back. The Fantastic Four, as we discussed, we caught it, just almost caught us discussing men's underwear. Um, anyway, we got Jose, we got Nick, we got Jeff. We're back 4 in a row, guys.
Four.
Four, and we beat the Jets. So the season, we beat the Jets twice. So this season,
That's right. Swept the Jets. I am ecstatic.
yes,
Is that how you say it? Ecstatic, ecstatic, ecstatic. It's easy for me to say.
as a Dolphin fan, there are two levels of satisfaction: Super Bowl win, sweeping the Jets.
That's right.
Other than
Lose
that,
every game as long as you sweep the Jets.
everything else is immaterial as far as I'm concerned. Uh,
And the way we did it was just, it was like there was
Jets, Jets.
no stress. It was like a chef's kiss.
oh,
Running game.
there was a little bit of stress. I'm sure Monday morning in that special teams meeting room.
Yeah. I mean, that was the only thing they really gave up was that one punt return. That you can forgive that.
Come on.
Come on.
Nick, don't you
Yeah,
have
Nick,
anything to
what do you
say
think?
about
You
your
got to
special
square that
teams?
off there, Nick.
Special team. They didn't do their homework. They didn't realize that I think they were ranked number 2 in return yardage.
There you go.
Wow, the Jets ranked number
Yeah.
two.
Well, I
Especially,
mean,
especially on that field.
The homework being tackle the guy with the ball running at you.
the guy boots at 60 yards. You can't give him any room. You got to put a little more hang time on it for them.
So the new kickoff rule is, I think, worse than the old kickoff rule. More injuries, I think, are happening with the new kickoff rule.
Really, with the kickoff wow.
That's what they're saying. That people are saying.
But it's still like a 10-yard, they're not on the line, right?
Yeah.
It's still a 10-yard head start. So, I mean,
Well, the thing is, people were complaining about there weren't enough. Everything was being kicked, was being a touchback, so they wanted to see more kick returns, which makes sense. I want to see touchbacks that are boring as hell. And when you're going to have more kickoff returns, you're going to have more injuries.
yeah, I get, well,
If you don't want any more injuries on kickoff, just have them kick off from the 50, boot it out of the end zone, and that's it. I mean,
That's right. If you're not having a problem, we'll just make a new rule and make a problem.
And the touchback is what? They put it on the 30?
35.
35, I believe it is.
I mean, there's an incentive.
There's a 40, I thought. 40.
Oh yeah, it's 40.
40,
Yeah, it's
40 is if
Oh,
you
it's
don't
40 if you
reach
kick it out of bounds.
that,
Sorry.
or if you don't reach
yeah.
the zone.
But that's a big deal.
and
I mean,
and,
you
and
know,
they took away the onside kick pretty much.
Yeah.
Which I thought was stupid because I mean,
But isn't the onside kick still the onside kick though?
but you got to tell them you got to do an onside kick.
There's no
you gotta announce
surprise
it. Yeah, you gotta
outside
announce it. Yeah.
I think about the great plays in football, kick returns for a touchdown and punt returns for touchdowns. Those are exciting plays. Surprise onside kicks. Those are great plays. Those are that happened in the Super Bowl with the Colts and the New Orleans Saints. Everybody remembers that play.
And also the
Cowboys do it?
two-point conversion. Now you have to announce a 2-point conversion try.
I mean,
Whereas before you could, fake the extra point and do the 2-point. I guess you still can, but you're, 15 yards out.
Yeah. So I don't, frankly, if there was one rule I would change, I'd say get rid of the extra point. I should make it everything's a 2-point conversion. That's
everything.
I'm sorry, a 35-year-old field goal just doesn't.
They miss them a lot, so
it's not automatic.
Drama, especially in bad weather. Rain and snow. That 35 yards is precarious.
All of a sudden, it's a big deal.
The only reason they miss them is because they mess up. It's not like some great play is happening or anything.
That's football, right? I mean, that's.
Don't you try to remove my favorite player from the game. Love them kickers.
Hey, they're typically the leading scorer, right?
Hey,
I bet you our kicker's the leading scorer on our team.
I would rather see a long snapper have to snap the ball between his legs through the goalpost on the 35-yard line or 40-yard line. That has to be more exciting than watching a kicker.
Over my ears.
Yeah. Now you're
That's a lot
messing
of
with
points to
special
give up.
teams. Let's just do away with special teams altogether.
You know what?
Just put it on the
I'm
20.
I'm out of here. I'm going home.
Man,
Screw
I'll
you guys, I'm going
Oh,
home.
no.
hey, you know what? You know when special teams is cool is when special teams is doing it,
Yeah,
right?
when it's special.
Well, yeah, when they're special, man, it really makes a difference. It made the difference in there's a lot of Super Bowl teams that go to the Super Bowl because they got three faces, not just two.
Um, it's good that we're discussing silly stuff like that and not complaining about the Dolphins this week. 4 weeks in a row, it's getting better and better. Next week,
5 out of the last 6.
yeah. Next week's the Steelers, though. This is
Monday night, prime time.
and the Steelers are fighting for their playoffs, so it's not like they're not going to
Yeah,
phone this one
that
in at
looks
all.
to be the toughest game. That looks to be the toughest game here on out. If we can win this game, then the playoffs might be feasible. I think if we win this
it's
game,
1%. We have
1%. Right,
hey, we can do it, man. Let's talk about
go
that.
up to 2%. You know,
Jose,
Prime
break it
time.
down.
Let's go, Jose. Tell us.
Oh,
Give
you're,
us-
break it down.
okay,
the
so
lowdown.
literally we just have a 1% chance here. So the first thing that has to happen is Miami has to win the rest of the games, right? So Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay, and New England. We got to sweep those guys. 2 of them are home.
Yep.
New England's at the end of the season. We close in the snow, right? So luckily, hopefully, we kind of feel like we're built for the cold in December now. Week 15. Week 15 is not that bad. All we need is New England to beat Buffalo and Seattle to beat Indiana or the Colts, right? Okay, so Indianapolis Colts. That's doable, right? Week 16 is the week that it's really about weeks. Cleveland, Shador Sanders in the Browns playing the Buffalo Bills, right? We need Shador to have the game of his life and shred the shit out of the Bills. But that's all we need on week 16, right? Week 17.
I just got to win the lotto.
That's right.
Anyway.
Week 17, this is what we're going to need, right? Week 17 is kind of like a parlay if you're a betting man. This is very doable. There's 4 games that we got to have. Denver over Kansas City. We can do that. Has to happen. Jacksonville over the Colts. Philly over the Bills. And Houston over the Chargers, right? Those are all possible games. Week 17, we got to put a parlay bet on that. If you're a betting man, you got to bet those. You got to bet those if you believe. Week 18, we need one thing to happen. Houston versus the Colts, right? That's it, right? It's 1%. Take care of business, and we need just a few things to happen. And 1%, we're in the playoffs. So next week, so this week, you're looking for New England and Seattle to win. That's all we're doing this week, right? And we got to win our game. So we got to beat who we playing Pittsburgh. We got beat Pittsburgh, but New England's got to beat Buffalo and Seattle's got to beat the Colts. That's this week.
okay.
That's not that sounds like 3 games that can happen.
Better watch out.
Well,
Philip
that
Rivers is
scenario
back.
is depressing.
Yeah, that's all we need to do.
Philip Rivers is
Miami's
back.
in the playoffs, baby.
4 games on week 17, you said? Has to go our way?
They got Denver over Kansas City, Jacksonville over the Colts, Philly over the Bills, and Houston over the Chargers. All doable.
Now that you put it that way, how can they only have the Dolphins' chances at 1%?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
More like 0.5%, right? 0.5%.
0.5%.
Especially Cleveland over the Bills in Buffalo. Oh yeah.
Hey, somebody's got to say. So you're saying we got a chance, right?
Yeah.
So you say
we saying Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. No, the best is people saying, well, the Dolphins beat the Jets in New York, so they've gotten over that cold weather curse. It was in the 40s.
Yeah.
Okay. It was in the 40s.
High 40s.
Yeah. They were like, it was below 46. How did you feel? Right? It's like
The Pittsburgh game, I'm looking at the weather for the Pittsburgh game. The high for that day is going to be 19.
Yikes.
That's it. Let's go.
We're built for that, man. We're built for running. We're gonna run. We're gonna run all over them. Watch.
We're a cold weather team.
We're a cold weather team now.
Cold weather team right now.
We're a cold weather team. We got a mean defense. We're gritty on the lines. We're gonna run the ball. Nah,
we're supposed to go down to 59 tonight in Miami. 59. That's
right.
cold.
We are built for December.
Cold up here.
So when did they open up the dispensary in your neighborhood there, Jose?
we are built for December. How many games have we lost in December this week or this month? None.
We are undefeated in December.
November. How many games did we lose in November?
Hey.
We're built for November, baby, and we're built for December. Why?
The Dolphins are undefeated ever since they got rid of Chris Greer. That's something.
We're going to run the ball. Watch. We're going to run the ball. You know what?
Hey, listen, we're winning all these games with Chris Greer's players.
Yeah.
that line is coming together. Achane went down, and we still had a 100-yard rusher. So what was his name? Who's the backup that came in?
Jalen Wright.
What was it? Not right. Yeah. The other guy got 100 yards.
Jalen Wright.
Jalen Wright.
Right? Yeah. Looked just like Achane to me.
To me, the offense
fast. Looked just like Achane hitting those holds. He just wasn't extending them, right? But he was making 6, 7, 8 yards, right? And that's what you can do with that line.
This is the team that we were expecting to see week one. We went into the season, if you remember the preseason podcast, the last one was our defensive front seven was going to dominate, which they're doing now.
Yes.
Our offensive line was going to come together, and we were going to have a power running game happening now. It's way too late.
Yeah. The only thing is in week 17, we need Denver to beat Kansas City. We need Jacksonville to beat the Colts. We need Philly to beat the Buffalo Bills and Houston to beat the Chargers. That's what we need.
Damn, Jose.
To me, the thing in this with this Dolphins season is the offense, for all the problems had early in the season, it still scored some points. And there were games that the Dolphins lost, not because so much as the offense was, but the defense. The defense let us down. Then, Chris Greer is gone. I can see how that can change the attitude of some of the players. But when Jalen Phillips was traded away and he started talking smack about how the happiest day of his life leaving Miami, that defense changed immediately. All right. This is a top tier defense now. Honestly, I'm sure a lot of teams would hate to have to play the Dolphins in the playoffs right now with that defense.
I'm telling you.
All right. So I think we're looking at a time where people say about chemistry in the locker room. Chemistry in the locker room is important, and I think Jalen Phillips was a cancer. And to tell you the truth, the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, Nick, you're from up around that neighborhood. They don't look so hot now, do they?
Nope.
All right, they look very beatable. All right, they don't look like the premier team in the NFC anymore. All right.
Well, they lost.
Yeah. And
Monday night. Right?
Yeah. Much like us, they can't throw the ball, and they refuse to give the ball to their best player, Barkley, when they should. So.
And who's playing?
And they got Jalen Phillips.
And they got Jalen Phillips in that locker room.
Ball.
Black cloud, baby. It's like a black cloud.
I wouldn't say he was a cancer in the locker room. More like the Achilles tendon of the team. You know,
it snapped.
Yeah, I don't think he was ready to play. You know, I don't think he was a starter anymore. I think he was a guy you brought in on third and long to rush the passer, and that's it. I don't think he can stop the run.
I think that's accurate.
Don't forget also
Chris Greer reach, in the draft. He was drafted a lot higher than he should have been.
Yeah. And let's not forget the fact that also there's another guy missing from that locker room now who wasn't exactly Mr. Rah-Rah team, Mr. Tyreek Hill.
I knew it.
Nobody's missing.
That's huge, man. You lost two guys like that. And if they were cancers, they definitely kept it under wraps pretty good, because I never heard, Jalen Phillips as a cancer. Maybe there were rumors, but I never heard it. But it seems like by losing Tyreek and Phillips, we're a better team. And I think it all happened right around the same time that we lost a GM.
Well, it was like the day after they got rid of. Greer agreed, mutual agreement to leave the team. It was within a day they traded away Jalen Phillips. There was
Greer he just stepped away from the game to spend more time with Stan Van Gundy's family.
Damn.
So it was like as soon as they got rid of Greer, it was like they couldn't get rid of Jalen Phillips fast enough.
No, they couldn't, could they?
I mean, they did. The guy who they brought in to replace Greer, he probably haven't even sat at his desk yet before they traded Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, they were like, "Here's your first assignment.
Get rid of Jalen Phillips. We don't want him here anymore."
He went to the Philadelphia Eagles.
And he wasn't. It wasn't like, he's going to be a free agent. He was under contract. The Dolphins could have kept him, no problem.
This was the last year of his contract, though.
No, I thought he had one more. He had one more year. The Dolphins had an option.
He was going to be a free agent, and they got what they could get from him by trading him.
Oh, well, okay. Well, then I'm wrong on that, but still, Jalen.
But they got rid of Chris Greer a week before the trade deadline. If they could have got rid of him 2 or 3 weeks before that, we might have been able to work some deals. But the guy had a couple days. He came in and had a couple days. He made one trade. It turned out to be a really good trade.
Yeah.
But now we need to retain. You need to retain some of these guys. You can't go and rebuild everything all over again, and then it takes us 7-8 weeks for the guys to get on the same page. Keep some of these core defenders.
That was the whole thing. Yeah. We got rid of Greer, and everybody we're all like saying, we're going into a rebuild. Mm-hmm. We thought that this was going to be a rebuild season. We were going to tank. We were going to build up some draft picks and stuff. And now all of a sudden they're playing lights out, and we're thinking we don't need to rebuild. We need to just stock up with some more guys and go for a title, next season. Of course, this season it's not going to happen, even if we make the playoffs, But
you don't think 115 pass yards isn't enough per game to get us to the big dance?
I'm just saying that it's the playoffs road is going to be tougher to ride than just making the playoffs. And 1%. We're going to have to shoot everything we got, expend every trick in the book just to make the playoffs. If we make the playoffs, there's going to be nothing left.
Right now, as this team stands, the defense is a playoff caliber team. It's a playoff caliber defense. They're probably they're one of the best defenses in the league. The offense is not a playoff caliber offense right now. The running game is.
I think the offense is a playoff caliber. I think the quarterback is not playoff caliber. And without that playoff caliber quarterback, then your offense is not going to be playoff caliber. But I think, we have receivers, and we have Waller, we have Waddle, and a couple of good young receivers that, and of course the running game is on top of the world right now. So I think the offense itself is good enough. It's just our quarterback is holding us back.
Well, that's the thing. Offense, the Dolphins have a good running game, but let's see what happens at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a good defense also, and they're a smart team. There's one thing, the Pittsburgh doesn't lose games by poor planning. That's for sure. You have to outplay
And
them.
you have Aaron Rodgers, which he does not lose to the Dolphins. I don't know what his overall record is, but I can't remember beating Aaron Rodgers.
And right now, for a fact Pittsburgh's figuring out how to stop that Dolphin running game.
No better time than the present.
They might. Maybe you can't stop it completely, but instead of 150 yards, 200 yards a game, they hold the Dolphins to 100 yards a game, and they go, okay, Tua beat us
in the snow.
All right. And Waddle, yes, Waddle is a Pro Bowl caliber wide receiver. Everybody else,
Waller, Pro Bowl tight end.
The Waller's, that's
Waller. He'll be gone.
He'll be gone, and
next year.
Maybe
he didn't even. He actually he'll be gone.
Dulcich, however you say his name, that's the guy that stays. You keep Dulcich and you add another tight end.
They need another quality wide receiver because Tyreek Hill's gone too. You don't want him back. Even if he comes back, he's not going to be Tyreek Hill that everybody.
He's coming back for a check.
Yeah,
that's it. Would that be if he was coming back and rehabbing still? We would still have to pay him, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any guaranteed money, from my understanding.
So he has to. Are you saying he has to play?
Yeah, he would have to play in the games or whatever, however that works. He doesn't have.
Well, they can't cut him.
No,
and all he's got to do is show up for that first game, and he gets paid. He doesn't even have to play.
Weekly.
Okay, they can't cut him, and if then the doctors say he'll get a doctor say, hey, he's ready to play. He'll put on the uniform, he'll walk out there and go, okay, I'm going to sit on the bench for the night game, and you got to pay me. And there's nothing the Dolphins can't do because they can't cut him. And they can't let him go. So,
from what I understand, I think that's why they're trying to. He wants to renegotiate his contract so you get more guaranteed money. From my understanding, I could be wrong.
Well, actually, makes sense. He's got Drew Rosenhaus as his agent, so Drew is no slouch. He knows how to make deals for his players. He is I think he's the top agent in the league. He makes big deals for top players, and that's why players are flocking to him. He, like every week he announces a new player that he signed, and then goes and gets them a big deal.
The thing is, if the Dolphins can't cut him because they don't want to pay that money. Nobody's going to take him in a trade. The only way, if Tyreek Hill wants to play football someplace else, he's going to have to renegotiate his contract with the team and make it worth the while of a team to take him. But at that contract, the way it is right now, no, nobody's going to touch that guy.
Well, I think he's in a wait-see mode. He wants to see what's going to happen in the off season. Are they going to go get a new quarterback? A lot of things can happen. We could go pick up a guy, that's established in the league. I always said I would take Trevor Lawrence in a heartbeat. He's really coming on strong. He's like a prototype quarterback. He's big and strong, runs like a deer. His arm, he can make all the throws. He can throw the ball farther than anybody in the league, I believe.
And if he had the Miami running game,
if he played for a good team.
So I'd say we try to go get Trevor Lawrence.
Hey, maybe
trade Tyreek.
Maybe we can talk Phillip Rivers into coming back again next year.
Hey, Dan Marino will come out of retirement.
Let's see how he does.
I saw Peyton Manning on TV the other day.
I'm saying the Colts could lose. I'm telling you.
I saw Peyton Manning on TV the other day. He looks like he's in shape.
Who's that?
Peyton Manning.
Shoot, I'll take Eli.
Really?
Okay, Adam, just to clarify, Tyreek Hill for the 2026 season features a $29.9 million base salary. So he gets that. Okay. $5 million roster bonus, which isn't guaranteed until it begins. So if they cut him, the Dolphins have to pay an extra $5 million.
That's a roster bonus if he makes the roster.
No, that's
he'll make the roster.
If he doesn't make the roster, he gets it.
Okay,
another $5 million.
That's pocket change to him. He's got.
He needs more than that. He's got a lot of baby mamas.
He's got a bunch of babies, don't he?
I don't understand
a lot of alimony.
I don't understand all the jargon, but according to this, in the cap, the structure allows for significant cap savings over 20 million if designated as a post June 1 cut trade, but also creates a high dead cap. Nick, what's a high dead cap? What's a dead cap?
The dead cap is the money you can't spend. It's dead cap. Where if your salary number is 250 for the organization, you lose whatever that dead cap is for him.
Oh, so
it's dead money. You can't.
Yeah, and it'll break it down how much each year.
Oh, according to this, it's over 20 million.
We got a lot.
Which hurts.
That's a couple of good players.
Yeah.
Yeah, but doesn't the cap go up every season? Like every season?
Slightly.
Slightly, a couple million here and there.
Minimum wage goes up too, so
When was that? When did minimum wage go up? Like 1978.
Maybe the state one.
Well, the NFL goes from 1.1 million to 1.2 million.
Wage,
Hey, so a couple things.
Yeah.
Patriots 10-game winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
Right, 6-0 on the road. Broncos 10-game winning streak. 6-0 at home. Right, the Texans 5-game winning streak. Jags 4-game winning streak. Dolphins 4-game winning streak. Everybody else is like losses. And maybe one, maybe two. Raiders are a 7-game losing streak.
Here's a question for you guys. The Patriots. A lot of people have been saying that their schedule has been super easy because they were, crappy teams get easier schedules the following year. And they're saying that the Patriots have had a pretty easy schedule so far, that in the playoffs, they're going to be shown that they're not that good. So are the Patriots players or pretenders?
They played almost all the same teams we played. They just capitalized and won games.
Yeah.
We lost to Carolina. They beat Carolina.
We should have beat Carolina. Carolina's not that good of a team,
Well, the good thing for the Dolphins is that final game in New England. They're going to have nothing to play for. New England is going to have the division locked up. They're probably going to have their spot in the playoffs already locked up. They're going to rest their starters against the Dolphins. So that, I think, is going to be our most winnable game, even though it's probably going to be one of the colder games, if not the coldest game.
And they didn't blow us out. It was 33-27. It wasn't like, they blew us out.
And you know what? While we're on the topic of the Patriots, I know we're not the most appealing to have a primetime game at this point.
Yeah, what's up?
They replace us on Sunday Night Football with the Patriots and Ravens. The Ravens have been playing like ass.
The Ravens draw a lot of people. They got big name players on Lamar Jackson. People want to see. There are no big name players on the Dolphins. No, they're no, I like A-Chan. He's having a great season, but he's not a big name yet. At least nobody cares about Tua. Okay, and let's face it, it was Miami versus the Bengals.
I know, but we're hot, and they have a lot of names on their team.
And the
There's
Bengals
still names in the game.
The Bengals aren't hot. The Patriots are a playoff team. Baltimore's fighting for a playoff spot. They know.
Why they pick a game.
Those marketers, those guys in the TV networks know who's going to watch the game more. So
and I would have rather had the night game for the tailgate, but I think that the Dolphins have a better advantage with a 1:00 game. Mm-hmm. If we can get a little humidity and heat generated on that day, we might have a better chance.
Once again, we'll be wearing white.
Jose will bring his heater and heat it all up for everybody.
Heater.
I'm waiting for the heater today. I'm waiting for an opportunity for that heater. We got 2 opportunities, 21st and the 28th. Let's
You don't know cold.
43,000 BTUs. Let's go.
Jeez. Anyway, Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. 19 degrees high, 15 degrees low. That's the weather so far. It might change. It's going to be cold. It's gonna be cold. All right. Um,
At
Steelers,
nighttime too.
they're a good team. They're not a dominant team. We're not talking the fierce. We're not talking Super Bowl type.
Iron Curtain.
You know,
Steel
Aaron
curtain.
Rodgers. Aaron
Iron
Rodgers.
curtain.
The
Aaron
steel
Rodgers ran.
curtain.
Aaron
That's the
Rodgers ran for a
Soviet
touchdown.
Union.
He embarrassed the Dolphins the last game of the season when he played for the Jets. That was a game I want to forget.
Yeah, I've already forgotten it. What game are you speaking of?
So, predictions. Nick, what do you think?
The Miami Dolphins will win this game. 31 30. No,
Wow.
30. Let's go with 30. We're gonna hit 2 field goals. 30-20.
That's a lot of scoring in the cold.
Jeffrey?
Damn right it is.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be 17-13 Dolphins.
Jose?
You know what? I agree with the 17 part, right? I think our linebackers are going to have a lot of fun. I think our running game is going to show up. The defense will score one. I think we score more than what Nick is saying. I'm going with 34-17 Miami.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm going a low scoring game because Pittsburgh has a good defense and they're a smart team. I'm going Miami 19. Steelers 16.
Ooh, close one.
Yep, it's gonna. Oh yes, we're gonna be watching that clock tick down to
zero.
zero.
How's it gonna end, Tony? Is they're gonna miss a field goal to tie it?
They're gonna bring in a hot dog vendor from the stands.
When they're gonna bring a snow plow in.
With a minute and a half left, the Dolphins will have a ball and they just need a first down. And Tua will figure out a way not to get it. Pittsburgh will get the ball at their own 30 and have to march down, but the defense will stop them.
Miss a field goal.
And they'll miss a field goal trying to send it to overtime.
Yeah, I like that. So do we have time to do the scene, the South Florida sports scene?
You got 2 minutes. Go.
2 minutes. All right, Jose, give us a rundown on you crying about the Hurricanes not being in the playoffs, and then all of a sudden they are in the playoffs. Did you make that happen?
I did make that happen, right? Just by my very presence and logic online, right? You know what? I don't understand, to be honest with you. I didn't think the committee wanted to be known for the precedent that the head-to-head doesn't matter. And so I think automatically, if they got together like they did, they were going to get in. What was the miscry of justice for them was really, this is an ACC problem, right? The ACC putting in Duke instead of Miami, that problem would have taken care of itself on the field. One of those teams would have won. One of those teams would have had an automatic bid to the ACC. Notre Dame would have been in, right? And we wouldn't have had the Tulane and James Madison mess. So this is really on the ACC. I don't even know when they revealed the U, I fell over on the seat because they had revealed Alabama just before that, and I was like, "Oh, they threw Alabama in." Right, and they had just lost by 3 touchdowns and they had minus yards in the SEC championship.
That's who Notre Dame should be complaining about. Alabama lost 3 games and they got in there. Okay,
that's a 3-loss team,
yeah.
And then they stunk up the SEC championship game and they lost by 3 touchdowns. They had minus yards on the ground, and that's the team that they were like, well, you shouldn't be able to lose ground by losing your championship game, but they just stunk it up. And they didn't lose any ground. They stayed at 9, right? But Miami and Notre Dame flipped the head-to-head. We won, right? But the problem was the ACC didn't have a champion that was ranked in the 25, and that gave room to Tulane, and that gave room to, the Sun Belt Conference, right? So Notre Dame, listen, you had two chances. You could have beat Miami. You could have beat Texas A&M. If you would have beat either one of those teams, you'd be in the playoff. You want to blame anybody, blame yourself. I don't want to hear it from the Notre Dame fans, right? Join the Sun Belt Conference, right? Beat all them up, win the championship game, and then come into the playoff just like everybody else, right? But when you go out there, you put your two best games at the very beginning,
The solution
and
is
then go
simple.
10 games off a bunch of cupcakes.
The solution is simple. Notre Dame,
Jose.
join a conference already, for Christ's sake.
Yes, for love of man.
We're out of time.
We're out of
We are
time,
out of
guys.
time.
Thanks again. Like, subscribe. Jose, Nick, Jeff. Next week. Go Dolphins.
Let's go.
Jets, suck